Hello and welcome to all for a tutorial I'm gonna do for the TGV Duplex. I'm gonna try and do a TGV Atlantique-esque livery, so that's the one that most people think of when they probably think of the TGV, if not the bright orange one, Sud-esque livery, the Atlantique, which is the silver with the blue stripe down the side. I'm gonna try and do it quite quickly. One, because much as I love the livery editor, it is temperamental, and I don't want to. Um, as you'll see, I've made it a couple of times before, but yeah, I don't want to make it. I don't want to put lots of effort in and then it crashes, or I get a some form of outlet. I'm gonna go with that because I don't want to type out Atlantic for a third time. See, I did one last year. I did one earlier today, which I forgot to record while I was doing it. So I was talking to myself, and now I'm gonna do this one. Um, I think depending how fast, I don't know. It seemed to take. I think it took me about 40 minutes earlier, which is about really as long as I like to spend on these, um, because I mean, I get that you can spend as long as you want on it. Really, for me, I just think there's a chance I'm going to be like, after a while, if it starts showing up in the timetable mode, I'll be like, oh, get rid of it, it's annoying me. Or again, if there's a crash and I've invested hours and hours in it and then I lose it, so I'd rather just just leave it as it is. Spend as little time on it as I can. Um, and fortunately, it's pretty easy to do with this, right? It seems a bit. The first thing is when you're doing the paint. In my experience, it comes out a lot lighter when you actually take the train out onto the track. So I tend to try and do it a bit darker than I would. This is obviously me trying to recreate the silvery look, um, that the metallic look paint job that the TGV Atlantique has, um, which it's hard to do because you can't really switch between matte, glossy, and metallic. So you just get this kind of, I guess it's like halfway between matte and gloss finish for the paintwork. You can get close enough. Um, I think I mentioned in my previous tutorial that you can pretty quickly cover the train. Um, and if you're quick with it, you'll relatively quickly develop the muscle memory. Right. Now let's start doing some shapes. Um, Honestly, nearly the only shape I ever use with these livers is the square. You can just it just seems to work fine. I'm going to right. I figured this out a bit before. Yeah, it's a bit like that. That bottom line that you can just see where I'm resting the bottom of the square seems to be about right, I think. Um, Next, this is going to be the white border of the blue line down the side. I'm not going to make it pure white because I think it will glow a bit too much. So I'm making it a bit of an off-white again, and it will look lighter on the actual once we take the train out on the track. Just gonna stretch that out across the entire thing. Now, obviously, it's not going to look like this at the end. This is just a quick way to do it. Well, I think a quick way. There's probably people who are like, you're making this way more complicated than it needs to be. Um, Make a tutorial and I'll follow you then. Right, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to make it blue. And this is going to be the blue line. Right, no, let's go to blue. Now, again, I'm going to make it a bit darker, I think, because I think it's going to end up. Right, yeah. Again, I'm sure I could find the color code and try and work with that, but I'm not in any particular rush. Right, that seems fine. That looks fine to me. Right. And do I need to do anything else at this point? Ah, yes, I need to add in, I think, I don't know, it could just be dirt, but it always looks like it's a darker grey at the bottom underneath the blue stripe to me. So I'm gonna make it not too dark, a darker grey. And if not, then, I mean, it will just add to the effect of making it look dirty underneath, and that looks a bit blue grey. Yeah, that seems fine. Yup. Right, so we have these three shapes, which I'm going to turn into a layer, and then I'm going to go into it and I'm going to project them so that it covers both sides, and then I'm going to go like this, have a look, make sure it does, yep. Then I'm going to copy it to every other car. Well, on this one, no, why did I do that? Right, let me go back, copy to this car, right. What did I want to do? Yeah, I just wanted to check that it covers the ends, because the R1 and the R8 coaches have this little bit on the end that makes them longer, which I think is because they have a set of driving bogies, which which makes the cars longer than normal, than all the others. Right, so that looks fine. I'm going to take it all the way down the train. There we go. There we go. And as far as I can see, this looks pretty good. Like, there we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to move on and do the surrounds of the doors now, because I want to get them out of the way. Once that's out of the way, the coaches are more or less done. And then I can focus on the power cars. And then I'll come in at the end and see if I have the time to do the TGV text or the SNCF logo. I am gonna focus on doing the. Let me check. Yeah. Why did I do that? Need to be careful not to press R2 or L2 because very quickly yeah, that looks like it's straight. Let's go. Right. I'm gonna go like that. And then maybe I'm gonna make it a little bit wider. As you can see, these doors are pinky, the dusky pink color inside. And the ones at the other end are green, which tells us which side is the first class side and which side is the standard class. So that is where, right, I always, again, make it a touch darker than I think it is. Also, I think over the years they faded these door decals, or because they seem to look a lot lighter in more recent pictures. Right, then I'm going to shear that, shear, and then I'm going to no, I don't want to do it like that. Bring it down a bit. Yeah, there we go. Just want it so it covers that panel and both sides of the door. Right, yep. I think that looks fine, and then I'm going to project it so it's on both sides. There we go. I'm not using any pictures at the moment. I did have some earlier, but yeah. And on this car, you have to move it down a bit. There we go. Yeah, that looks cool. Right. And then there's none on the R4. Yeah. Right. There we go. So that's our first class carriages. Now, I am going to take this here. And I'm going to turn it green. See, as you can see now, the inside of the door is green to demark standard class. So I'm going to go like this, I think. And then I'm going to shear it the other way. Now again, I don't know if the angle is exactly right, so it might not match perfectly, but to me that looks cool. And then I'm going to change the color. I'm going to go for a green, the minty kind of green look. Again, as I said, I think it's going to look brighter on the actual train out on the track, so I don't want to make it too bright. Confirm. Okay, that looks like it needs to be tilted a bit. And maybe. Yeah. Oh, no. Up a bit. Down a bit. That looks good enough. Right. You'll hear me say that a lot. Looks good enough. That's because, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Right. So, I mean, looking at that, door's done. Most of the carriages are pretty much done. If I decide to put a TGV logo in, it'll be on those each one of the R1 and the R8 carriages, which are these ones, longer ones, because I think they have the driving bogie. Right, now let's start on the front of the train, because it obviously doesn't have the blue band all the way around the front. What I'm going to do is... How did I do this earlier? Right, well, I'm going to start with my trusty old square for a start, for sure. And I'm going to go, because I know for sure this white line ends about here. So I'm going to use this blue. Use this blue to cover over that. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to make another shape, which I'm going to make that dark grey that I did the bottom of the cab, because I don't think the blue comes all the way down to the bottom. Maybe it does, but I don't get the feeling that it does. And anyway, it's dark down there, so it'll just look like dirt. Now let me start again with the grey. This one I did check this. The curve starts just after the door, but I'm gonna do it like this. Let me change that colour to the same colour as the paintwork, and extend this to be a bit bigger. Yeah, like that. Maybe a little bit like that. Yeah. Right. Now I am going to get another shape, but this time I'm going to use a quarter circle. I'm going to make it the same white as these white bands, and gonna make it quite big. I think I'm gonna go like that. Then I'm gonna go back to my trusty square, make it that white color, the off-white, because what I want is a line that now leads on. I want it to be quite the same. Let me do it this way. Maybe that is the better way. Same. It's a bit big, I think. Okay, about there. Well, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Right, now let me... Oh, I got it the wrong way. That one. There we go. Now let me stretch it out. And now let me rotate it. Right. So, I want it to be like that. Now, I know that seems about right. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it might have a little bit, yeah, and it lines up pretty well with the bottom of the window. Let me just bring it down actually. Yep. I think it's about that. maybe it's a bit more, maybe it's a bit lower, or a bit higher. There we go. I'm paranoid that that is, you can see that, yeah, you can. Just put that a little bit. Okay, that's more like it. Right. Yes, right. Now, to get the blue, that will, I'm gonna, let me just copy this. Bring it down, make it blue. B and make it fit. Now, that suits me. Now, let me copy this and make that blue. Let's see, can we make that line? Might have to lift that blue up a bit, but to lift that blue line up a bit, but oh no, let me just extend it a bit. There we go. Not perfect, but I can live with it. And that is all that matters. Right, go like that. Let me go like this. I need 2 for this. There we go. And yep, there we go. I am happy with that shape. I think it could do with a bit, maybe the curve is a bit too sharp. But in general, I think it looks fine. So what I'm going to do with that now is layer it. I mean, no, group it, not layer it. Group it. Make it one group. Go into it. Project it so it's on both sides. Then we have a full front end. Well, I'm happy. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. Then I need to copy that to the other power car so that they match. And there we go. Right. I don't know how long that took. I feel like it took like 20 minutes, something like that. But think about it. Already, you've basically, I mean, even if you did nothing else, it would give you the TGV Atlantique look. So now I'm going to add some text. I think I'm going to do the TGV text because I did that earlier and it was quite quick. The SNCF logo I think might be a bit more fiddly, but we may have time to do it. What time is it? Wow. Right. Let me move on to R1 and I'm gonna do the text. No, I wish it was as simple as using the text and just writing TGV along the side, but it's not, sadly. So I'm not going to do the swoopy swirly logo. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, if I'm getting confused with the previous video I didn't make. But the swirly TGV logo, it's too much. I don't want to spend all my time with 1,000 layers trying to make that. The original TGV logo that sat on this train when it was launched was a sort of simplified version of the original TGV logo from the 80s, which is a very nice one, which you can see on my video that I did of the orange Sudeste livery on the Duplex. Heresy, I know, because it's definitely never worn that livery, but closest thing we've got in Train Sim World. So I also did it on the ICE, which was perhaps even more a bigger example of heresy, but oh well, it was good for what I needed it for. Right, so I'm gonna make 3 of the wait, I'm gonna make, let me change the color first. I'm not gonna make it as bland white as the band, but I'm not gonna make it pure white either. So I'm gonna copy it, go like that. I'm going to copy it again and go like that. So this is going to give us the basic outline of the three, the T, J, V. Now, obviously, that G needs to be more curved. So I'm going to make it narrow. Go like that. That back over there, maybe a bit narrower. A bit narrower. Yeah. Same size? Yeah, same size. Right. Bit narrower. Then I'm going to get a half circle. Let me add in a new shape. Shape. Half circle. Confirm. So this is going to give me the curve of the G. I don't know if it was as curvy as this. I think maybe it's more of a square curve, but close enough. If you haven't got it by now. I lean more in the direction of brevity rather than exact accuracy. And that's why you can do this fairly quickly and get the desired effect. Right, there we go. Let me just... Oh, no, too big now. Right, there we go. Right. It actually doesn't look like it's matched up properly. There, now. No, it doesn't. Does it? No, let me go. I think because it's not 100% straight. That's what she said. There we go. That's good enough, I think. Yeah, because once I start adding in all the layers, you're not going to see anything. Right, now I'm going to go back to my trusty square, which solves all my problems, and I'm going to add in a little line, which is the line of... You can do this at the end, really, like create the TGV lettering and then add in this line, because this line is sort of part of the design of the text. So it sort of like cuts across the top of all of the letters. I'm gonna do it. It's actually quite a thick line, but on the one I did earlier, I felt bad when I made it quite thick. There we go. There we go. And also I can use this as the basis for my V. I'm going to make it shorter. I'm going to angle it and I'm going to shear it, I think. Right, now I think the B is a bit more straighter on this side, and then on this side it's a bit more angular. There we go. Well, you can't really tell that much. Let me go back to this one and make it a bit straighter. Oop, it's sticking out on that, sticking over that bit. Yeah, that's more like it. Right. I'm gonna go. Didn't I just copy this? Obviously not. I'm gonna go like this. There we go. Yeah. Batten that one out. There we go. There we go. And then I'm gonna, because I want the straightness for the T. It's the T. I'm just gonna go and get another square. Keep it white so I can see it as I move it. One of the mistakes I make all the time is that I change it to the background color too quickly, and then I've got no idea where it is because it doesn't flash often enough. Right, let me change the color now. See if I can get this T looking like a t-shirt. Right. Okay. Might go back and make that line at the top narrow, that line through it narrower. Now I'm going to do a triangle for my sins. Where is the triangle? There's one there, but it's not that one. There's like an equilateral triangle somewhere. Or is there? Am I making that up? Or am I just blind and not seeing it? Maybe it is that one. I thought there was another one. There it is. Gosh, I am blind. Just to put in the V of the V. And I don't even know if it has it. I mean, already, as long as I faff around with the G better, you can see how it's like, it is what it is. There we go. I'm going to make that blue. And I'm going to make it thin. Make it small. Small. Right, smaller. Smaller. And then longer. And then I'm going to shear it. Ooh, that's like it. And then I'm going to make it a bit smaller. No, that's a bit too much. No, it's too... That's good enough, I think. I can mess around with it a bit more when I... let me do this. I'm going to make that blue. Now I'm doing the interior of the G. See, what you should always be trying to do with this is just reutilize the same shapes as best you can. No, definitely not. Right. No, now the G looks too... G looks too... Okay, yeah. Where's that blue line? Is it here? Yeah, it is. I'm going to move that up a bit to here. More like it, yeah. And then I'm going to have to find out where I did that. Is it that? Yes, it is. There we go. And that one. There we go. Oh, no, they're still not big enough. Oh. Oh, no. It's like that. And I might make that line a bit thinner. There we go. Right. I'm going to italicize it, so don't worry. Do you think... Yeah, I'm going to add a shape. Trusty square. This train is literally just mostly squares that I've stretched into different shapes. But shows you what can be done. What you can do is, I'm going to put that there and change the color to that dusky white, which I think was that. Yeah. Don't think dusky white is a real term. Right. It's not exact. It certainly isn't exact, but it's kind of what I need it to be. Right, yeah. Let's make that into a giant... into a group, and then I'm going to stretch it out a bit. Stretch it like that. No. Oh, why has it all gone wrong now? Oh, it looks so... It suddenly looks really bad. Oh, let me go back into it. Let me move that little white square at the bottom, which is not looking good. Not looking good at all. Move that across there. Right. It's because I did it on the line. Right. not going to spend too much time on this. So it is what it is. Let me make it smaller. Oh, that G still looks weird. Oh well, it is what it is. Right. And actually, yeah, I want to sandwich it down a bit like that. There we go. That's more or less it. It's not exactly it, but it's kind of it. It says TGV. I'd rather if it looked a bit better, but now I'm going to take it to the R8 and put it there and move it to the other end. You can see what a mess it is. But yeah, it's not the kind of thing that would you'd ever be able to have a font for. It's one of those logos slash. Wow, there we go. Right. Now I'm going to try and copy it to the side, which for some reason wasn't working earlier. Change side. Yes, I want to put it on the right side. Please. Yes, confirm. Confirm. Can I confirm it? No, why won't it let me confirm it? No, I'm perfectly happy with... I want you to put it on the other side. Have I got... Is it something to do with this? No. Change side. Right. You can see this. I'm putting it to the right side. And it's doing it. Perfect. But then... it's just not letting me confirm it. Ah, look. I can't... It's gone. Can't click on it. Oh. It could be something I'm doing and I'm being really stupid. But it could also be a bug. So we're just going to have to leave it as one logo, well, two logos on one side of the train. That's the way of it. Right, go like this. Oh wait, no, actually, let me go back to R8 because I've got it there. Right, damn you. Go back. Let me save. Right. No. Go back. Now there should be an SNCF logo there. And with this era, with the old TGV logo, it would be the old SNCF logo, which isn't the like gradient purpley red one. It's just it looks quite space age actually, that old logo. But I'm not going to do it because it's going to take too long. Even those three letters took me like the majority of the time. It took me as long to do as to paint the rest of the whole train. So I'm just gonna let's appreciate it. I think it looks quite good, if I say so myself. Which I do. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Captures the essence, if not the detail. There we go. Right, I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna restart because I don't know, on PS4 it always crashes if I try and use it straight in a scenario after or timetable right after creating it. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna restart and then I'll see you in timetable mode.